Okay, in this video, we're going to do this problem number 2 on the notes. F of x equals negative 2x squared minus 12x minus 20. And we want to do a few things. We want to approximate any real zeros that we have. We want to find the maxima and minima, and we want to find the intervals of increasing and decreasing. So I'm going to approach this one just a little bit differently. The first video, if you got the first video and that you felt comfortable with that, great. If you were still a little shaky on it, give this video a chance and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so this point right here is called a turning point. And that turning point is where the graph goes from increasing to decreasing, or where a graph goes from decreasing to increasing. So it's where it changes from increasing to decreasing or vice versa. This turning point is very important. There's 2 parts to this turning point. One part of the turning point is the x value. So the x value is one part and the y value is the second part. Now the x value helps you determine your increasing and decreasing intervals. So maybe make yourself a note. Increasing, decreasing intervals involve the x values of the turning points. Okay. The maxima and minima, max and mins, involve the y values of the turning points. Sorry, my handwriting is atrocious right now. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this. The increasing and decreasing intervals involve the x values. The x value I highlighted in yellow. I'm highlighting that in yellow. The max and mins involve the y values of the turning points. I highlighted the y value in purple. I'm going to highlight that part in purple. Okay. So let's start with the increasing and decreasing. From negative infinity until I get to this x value right here, the graph is increasing. Then from this point on to positive infinity, the graph is decreasing. So my increasing interval goes from negative infinity to negative 3, and the decreasing interval goes from negative 3 to infinity. Note that we only use this x value. So from negative infinity to negative 3, the graph is increasing, and from negative 3 to infinity, the graph is decreasing. Now we're going to find our max and mins. This graph has a maximum, and that maximum value comes from the y value of that turning point. So this is a maximum of negative 2. And last but not least, any real zeros would be any x-intercepts. This orange graph does not cross the x-axis. So this orange graph does not cross the x-axis. Therefore, there are no real zeros. Real zeros, none. Now, where did this graph come from? I think when I started this video, I said this graph right here is this graph. What you would do is you would put this equation into your calculator, replicate the graph on your grid, and also identify the x and y values of any turning points. So we'll do that again in the next video, and in the next video, we're going to be looking at this function right here, number 3.